So, can you solve this or evaluate this in 1 minute? So give it a try. If you know the answer, you can put it into the comments, but hold that answer until the time runs out. So I just want to see, can you answer this? If you can, great. Put your answer into the comments. If you're not quite sure where to start, put a question mark. Okay, so hold your answers until the time expires. So if you think you know your answer, you're going to put it in the comments in the next 5 seconds. And if you're not too sure, all right. So if you think you know the answer, go ahead and put it into the comments. I know as some people are still coming on in. Okay, try to give it a try. Let's see what you can do. But there's a reason why lately I've been doing timing. Because when you guys are taking your exams, most exams will give you like 1 minute and 10 seconds or 1 minute to do each problem. So let's break this down step by step. Hello everyone. So we're going to evaluate when they say 3 times 2x minus 5 plus x squared minus 4 when x is equal to -3. So they're giving us what our value of x is. So when we're going back to the original, all we're basically doing is replacing the x's with a -3. So, just like how you would do PEMDAS, don't forget about this. Please excuse my dear and Sally. This is great for when you're trying to simplify expressions. And the reason why I say an expression is because we don't have an equal sign here, right? So that means we're going to do inside the parenthesis first. So we are going to tackle the multiplication before the subtraction that's happening inside the parenthesis. So that means we have our 3 times 2 times -3, that gives us a -6. Bring down our -5. Bring down our plus sign. And I know it's really tempting to do this just yet, which we could. But I want to take this all step by step. So now, inside this parenthesis, we have -6 plus a -5. Listen to how I broke it down. Because a lot of us keeps thinking that it's -6 minus a -5. But when you minus a negative, that actually changes to a positive. But we are still saying that this 5 value is carrying a negative number. So -6 plus a -5. So that gives us -11. So we have our parentheses because we're still going to multiply by 3. So we took care of everything inside the parentheses. So the P is done. Now we're going to do our E. Our E is our exponents. So -3 squared. This is the same as saying -3 times -3. So it's not, when you put it in the calculator, if you don't put parentheses around it, the calculator is going to think that, hey, you're just squaring the 3 and I'm going to throw the negative sign with it. No. Our entire base is a -3. So negative times negative gives us positive, and 3 times 3 gives us 9. So we have our 9, bring down the minus 4. So we took care of the exponents. Now here is something that a lot of us get mixed up. Everyone thinks that you have to do multiplication, then you have to do division. No, it depends on what hits you first from left to right. That's why it's multiplication or division. So when we take a look, we need to do our multiplication first. Okay, so 3 times negative 11, that's a negative 33. Then we're bringing everything else down. The plus 9, the minus 4. Okay, so now negative 33 plus 9, this is that addition or subtraction from left to right. So addition came first before the subtraction. That's why we're doing this first, which gives me a negative 24. Bring down the minus 4. Negative 24 plus a negative 4, that gives me a negative 28. So your answer for that expression, when you plug in a negative 3 for the x, your output is going to be a negative 28. So what you just found is an ordered pair. That's a point. So your x value is negative 3 and your y value is negative 28. You just found a coordinate. Okay? All right, so let's try another one. If there's any questions. I didn't take too many questions here. Hey, General, I see you sneaking in here. All right, let's see. Can you solve this in a minute? Okay, so if you think you know your answer, hold it. If you want to type it, just don't hit enter yet. Hold it until the time expires. So as people are coming in, if you think you know the answer, hold your answer to the end, and then I can check your answers. Okay, and then we're going to go over it. And if you're like, I have no idea where to start, you can use a question mark. Okay, that's what's going to happen. All right, so thank you for the follows, guys. Hello, gorgeous. How are you? So hopefully everyone is having a great morning, and I can't believe this is the last week of July. I felt like June was forever. All right, we're almost there. Hello, Miss Lewis. How are you? Let's go. All right, go ahead and try to put your answers in. Okay, what did you guys get? Okay, hello, Francis. How are you? Hello, Miss Malibu. It's been a long time. Good morning. Okay. Ooh, there's a name. All right. Isn't it? Well, we weren't solving, so that's why it's not going to be the reverse. I forgot. I'm trying to figure out your name. Ale. It's like El Augustus. Is that what it is? All right. Okay, so I see my blank space. All right. Why are you looking sad, General? Don't worry, I'm here. Okay, Shake. I see you. Thank you. All right. Oh, okay. Happy. All right. I was like, whew, what's going on? Eat. I see you. Okay. Tags. I see you. Okay, David. I see you. Thank you. Bray. I see you. Is that Emmy or am I? A whole bunch of other people. And 78,000 others. Okay, so you gave me one of those. Okay, you corrected it. Thank you. All right, so let's take a look. So this time we're going to be doing factoring. And factoring is doing the distributive property in reverse. So first thing I always like to look, what this is in standard form. So standard form is when you have your ax squared plus your bx plus your constant, which is a c. Now, the number that's in front of your ax, that's representing your a. The number and the signage that's in front of your x is your b, and the constant with its signage is your c. So since our a value is 1, this makes it a little easier for us. So this is what I do. When you do the distributive property, or some of you guys like to say FOIL, we have our two parentheses. Okay? The reason why I know we're going to get two answers is because of the exponent. The exponent tells you how many solutions you should be expecting. So we're going to split our variable, one in one parenthesis and one in the other. Now this is the part that is usually the hardest for factoring, especially if you're not strong with multiplication. So I want to know what two numbers multiply will give me 21, and the same two numbers add together to give me a negative 10. Alright, so I'm seeing a lot of equal signs. This is where I have to stop you, because we don't have any equal 0. Okay, we don't have an equal 0. So some people like to do it like, okay, what will give me 21? For multiplication, we got a 7 and we have a 3. But positive 7 plus positive 3 gives me a positive 10. But we're looking for a negative 10. So that means our signage needs to be negative. So don't worry, because if I did negative times negative, that gives me positive. So that works and satisfies our positive 21. And negative 7 plus negative 3 gives me a negative 10. So these are the factors that we're looking for. And guess what? You just factored your first trinomial. That's it. So we're not setting each equal to 0 and telling me what x equals. We only do that extra step if the original expression is really an equation. If it said equals 0, that's when we're seeing what the value of x is. Now, when you're doing standardized tests, I'm going to be truthful. You don't want to waste too much time by doing extra stuff. You don't get extra points if you're doing the SAT, the ACT, okay, the GMATs, the GREs, the GED, the ASVAB, all those letters in the world, right? So just give them what they want. All right? So yes, we're not combining anything Fanta, so we're not going to have a negative 5 and X Pro, X Pyro. Okay, interesting. All right, let's go. Let's see if you can do the next one in 1 minute. Let's go. Okay. So if you know the answer, hold it until the end. Okay, hold it until the very end. If you're not sure where to start, okay, put a question mark, because like everything else, I'm going to go over it. Okay. Okay, so as you guys are coming in, hold Mike Cube. You've been here before. Come on. Hold your answers until at the end of the timer. I know. We live in an instantaneous world. Okay, it's okay. No problem. Okay, so as you guys are coming in, if you know the answer, hold your answer to the end. All right, so, okay. So if you have your answers, go ahead and hit enter. Put it on through. I got you, Mike. You were trying to do the other one. Okay. Okay. Ludi Josh. All right. I see you. All right. David, I see you. The previous one was factoring. Yes. Okay. Miss Malibu, I got you. Be able to break that on down. Okay. Chef, I see you. Jaden, I see you as well. Okay. All right, just go ahead. If you're not sure what it is, go ahead and put a question mark. And that's perfectly fine. There's no judgment here whatsoever. Because, hey, we all learn at different rates. Maybe some of us have seen it. Maybe you haven't seen it in a long time. You're not sure what to do with it. That's perfectly fine. Okay? So, Rosie, good. Thank you so much for being so bro. Okay, Jaden, I'm glad you think that's easy, which is awesome. But there are some people, it's been a minute. Okay? So, we try not to put too much judgment here. Okay? Haven't done this in many decades. I know, right? I know, it's crazy. Okay, Holy, I see you. Thank you. Okay, Simply, thank you so much for your answer. Thanks for the follow. Okay, bro, there's no answer. There is, bro. All right, my three dots, I see you. Azor, yes. Ellipse, I should say. I see you. Okay, 1K beats. Okay, what's the prize? There is no prize. It's knowledge, man. We're just trying to get people ready for their examinations. All right. Now, okay, Raise, I see you. Bear, I see you. Brenda, I see you. Okay, Mongrel? Whoa, why? Harsh name. Okay, I see you. X, I see you. Rezon, I see you. All right. Now, this is the most common mistake a lot of people make. They will, put it in red, they will say, okay, let me square this first term, which will give me 2 squared, that's 4, and x squared. Then they would maybe make this into a positive, and then they'll square the 5. And they say, that's my answer. No. Okay? This expression is just like if I said we're looking at 3 squared. Remember we talked about that earlier, but it was a -3. And 3 squared is the same as saying 3 times 3. So here, you're doing the exact same thing. We're right this time, our base is not a single number, it's an expression. So we're writing out that base 2 times. So we have our 2x minus 5 times 2x minus 5. Okay? They will always have an answer choice of this. Always. But we have to understand you're writing out this base twice. So when we take a look, we're doing that distributive property, aka FOIL. Okay, so all we're doing is taking our first term, which is a 2x, and we're distributing to everything in the second parenthesis. Okay, there is multiple ways of doing this. I'm just showing one or maybe two. Okay, so then 2x times 2x, you were right about that with the 4x squared. But now we got to multiply the 2x with the -5. So that gives me a -10x. Now we're going to take this -5 and we're going to distribute that to everything in the second parenthesis. So -5 times 2x gives me -10x. And -5 times -5, yes, that does give me a positive 25. But notice right here in the center, we have like terms. Yep. Yep. FOIL only works for binomials, correct. It's not the same as distributive property. Yes, it is. You have to distribute in order to get your FOILing. Okay? So now, -10 plus a -10. A lot of people will say this is 0 because you saw, oh, it's the same number. But both of those numbers are giving you the same exact sign. If they give you the same sign, that means you can add them together and keep the sign. So you have a -10 plus a -10. So that gives you a -20x. not x squared, because when you're adding, you're basically finding your like terms. You're doing a match. Okay? All right? So now all we have to do is bring down your plus 25. And all you have to bring down is your 4x squared. So now you actually have a middle term. Okay? All right? So now that you have your middle term, you cannot combine these two because 4x squared and x, they're not the same. Okay? This is representing two-dimensional. This is representing single or linear. So they're not exactly the same, so you cannot combine them. So what you do is you keep it as your one answer. Okay? Right? So there's nothing to simplify. Golden Crown, you don't hate math. You hate the fact that how you felt when you were younger. Like, I just can't get it as quickly as everybody else. Well, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to hate it. It's just a matter of just taking your time, step by step. Okay? All right? Yes, so you can't simplify this any further because they are not like terms. Okay? So don't worry. Because I remember when I was growing up, I was that kid. I really wanted to see another example because I didn't understand, but they always had math just before recess. So math was seen as a punishment. So if we were good, we didn't have to do so much math. And then what happened? I struggled when I was in high school. I couldn't do it. If you showed me a fraction, I ain't doing that. If I show a word problem, I sure heck wasn't going to do that. So, and that's all it is. Okay? So, I know, it's all kinds of crazy, right? So, what does FOIL stand for? First, outer, inner, and last. So that means you will multiply the first two terms, then you will multiply the outer two terms. And that's basically what I did with this distribution. Okay? Then the inner, that means what's inside, like on the inside parts. So that's what we did with the -5 and the 2. And then the last two parts of the parentheses with the -5 and the -5. Okay? All right. Okay? All right. There we go. If you're going to teach, at least be correct. Oh, you're so sweet. But not in the mood for you today. All right. Okay. Struggled with math as well in high school. Made it to geometry but got lost. Yes. So it's always kind of like you want to have someone to kind of just break things down. And especially when you're in class, it always seems to be so much quicker. And then you're like, and especially nowadays, especially after COVID, everybody's math class got faster. It's not just you. All the math classes got faster. The curriculums increased tremendously. Okay? So, if you like these, and you also need, we got 2 more. Okay, so if you like these and you want to do more practice, I designed some books. Okay, it's called Algebra at Your Pace. It's a 10 digital book workbook series. All right, so it goes everything from the basic math of like learning integers, decimals, fractions, all the way up to some general geometry. Then you have your rational functions, your radical functions, your statistics, a lot of the stuff that you generally see on your GED, the ASVAB, the Accuplacer, the TEAS test, the HESI test, and everything else. All right, so let's see. Can we do this problem? As soon as I get this up and get all my stuff out the way. Can you do this in 1 minute? Okay. Going to the 10th grade and still don't know math? Yeah, I'm not going to listen to the haters. I just blocked them. I just got tired. But thank you, Cork. I appreciate you. All right. Going to the 10th grade, still don't know math. What's going on, love? What class are you going into? Do you know? Is it algebra? Is it geometry? Is it algebra 2? Okay. So Key West, hold on until after the timer, guys. But I appreciate you guys. So Key West, I'm going to hold on to your things. Okay, hold on to your answers. We got 5 seconds. I know. It's like the waiting. All right. So Key West, I see you. Going Pro, I see you. Resin, I see you. Mongrel, I see you. Which that name is still cracking me up. All right. All right. And again, hello, John. How are you? Okay. Ranzer, I see you. Pandy, I see you. Andrea, I see you. You're bad 70. Okay. No problem. But we're just saying like the probability. It doesn't have to be the percentage. It could be the probability. So maybe I might need to go over a little bit with probability. That's fine. More than willing. That's why I'm here. Okay. Chris, I see you. There you go. Saucy. Ooh, Saucy Official. I see you. Okay. You could reduce that, Saucy. Okay. And then also you might want to check your numerator. Okay. Manny, I see you. Candace, I see you. Ranger, I see you. Okay. So let's take a look at this one. All right. They love using the bag of marbles. There you go, Saucy. There you go, you saucy little minx. Here we go. So we have a bag of 4 red, 10 green, and blue marbles. They love using marbles because it's a lot easier to do. Sometimes they use cards, and I always feel that when they use cards, that's really unfair, especially for cultures that normally don't do gambling. So they don't know how many cards are in a standard deck. They don't know how many queens, how many kings, they don't, because they don't do gambling. So I always like to put that into factors. It's going to happen, and I still feel it's unfair. But we got marbles. We know what little stones look like, right? So we have 4 of the red, 10 of the green, 6 of the blue. So that means we have a total of 20 marbles. So when we do probability, and they like to do probability of not blue, sometimes they write it out just like this. When you're doing probability, it's what you're looking for over the total number of items. Okay, so it's what you're looking for over the total number of items. So we already know there's a total of 20 marbles. But what are we looking for? We're looking for the marbles that is not blue. We know 6 of them are blue. So that means the ones that are not blue, how many are there? That's the green, the red, and the green. There we go, the girl in the glasses. Hi. All right, so that gives us our 14. So if you saw some people with 14 over 20, that's where they got the 14 from. But here's the thing. Anytime you have a fraction means division, we should always look to see if we can simplify it. Okay? So when you do this and then you look at your answer choices and you're like, I don't see 14/20ths, all of a sudden you start panicking. Pause. Take a breath. No panic. There you go, going. We're going to reduce it. There we go, reps. But reduce it by what? We have 14 and we have 20. They both are even numbers. Okay? So we're going to reduce it by the best even number in the world, number 2. All right, so 14 divided by 2, that will give us 7. And 20 divided by 2 will give us 10. So the probability that the marble that you pick is not blue is 7 of 10. Okay? They can represent it as a fraction. They can say 7 to 10, like this. Or they can probably say, if they wanted the percentages, they would have said percent. But sometimes they'll just say it that way, or they'll say it like this. Okay? 100% or not 100%, because that's too cheeky. About a good 82%, they're probably going to show it as a fraction. Okay? Alright. So how did I get the 14 marbles that are not blue? Means add the red and the green. Yes, thank you, Jay. Alright. Because that's the key word right there. Not. Okay, so that means we're adding together what is not blue. That's where you get the 4 and the 10. Okay? Okay. Makes sense, Miss Nana? Alright. Okay. Alright. So, we have one more. One more for today, and then we are done. Can you do this in a minute? Okay. So again, hold your answers until after the timer. Okay? If you're not sure where to start, or like, what should I do? You're going to put a question mark once the timer goes off. Okay? So just to give everybody a chance to participate. All right, thanks, Miss Nana. Appreciate that. Usually at 7:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today was a little late because TikTok was being a little fidgety. It was having its moment. Okay, we all have moments. Gotcha. But yes. All right. Yep, 6:45 a.m. And once school starts, I have to check to see. I might be changing my times, but I'm not sure. I'm still available, but no. Oh, that was 6:45 YouTube? Awesome. Cool. Okay. So you're in Texas? Okay, so if you're in Texas right now, isn't it like 7:25? You're like an hour behind. All right. So, girl in glasses, I see you. Ooh, this fun person right here with my -7. I see you. Okay. Yep. All right. All right. Switched it up. Thank you. I see you. Josh, I see you. Okay. So make sure you show the whole expression because it's not just going to be a number. Okay. Tilted Halo. Good morning, love. How's biz? Hopefully everyone's doing well. Hopefully you're doing well. It was a rough month for us. Okay, Troll, I see you. Muhammad, I see you. Miss Lewis, I see you. Brenda, I see you. Okay, make sure it's an inequality. There we go. Okay, not going to be. It's been well? Awesome. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, keep it up. Okay, if you guys looking for some amazing clothing, make sure you guys follow Tilted Halo. Give it a look. All right. Okay, thanks so much for the follow. So now, let's break this down. So, any goal of solving, okay, be it an equal sign, be it an inequality, we're always trying to get x, or the variable, by itself. Okay? So now, here I go. I'm doing it right now. So now, you want to kind of treat your inequality almost like how you would treat your equals. You want to divide it up. Okay? So you got one side of the inequality sign versus the other side. So since our x is already on the left-hand side, that means we want to keep that here. But we have this plus 12. This plus 12 needs to go to the other side so I can isolate my -5x. So I have to do what's called the inverse. Opposite of positive is negative. So whatever you do to one side of inequality, you do to the other. So positive 12 plus a -12 will give me 0. But I don't need 0 as a placeholder because I still have this negative 5x that can come on down. Okay. Keeping our inequality sign. And then over here, we're going to do our subtraction. So we have a positive 47 plus a negative 12. So if you have $47 and you spent 12, that means you have $35 left. Okay? So now, to keep it going, I'm going to cover that up so we can focus on one thing. So now, we need to get rid of that negative 5. So negative 5x, that means negative 5 times x. So the inverse of times is division. And what I'm going to do on one side, I do on the other. But what am I going to divide is going to be a negative 5. Now this is the part that's really different between equations and inequalities. Anytime you multiply or divide by a negative number, okay, your inequality is going to change direction. Right now it's going greater than. But because I'm dividing, not subtracting, not adding a negative number, okay, but when you're dividing or multiplying by a negative number, your inequality is going to change direction. So negative 5 divided by negative 5, that gives me a 1x, or just x. And then 35 divided by negative 5, when you have a positive divided by a negative, it will give you a negative, an answer of 7. Okay, there we go. All right, so yes, you're going to get your answer of negative 7, but you have to be careful with your inequality sign. Okay, equal signs, we don't flip anything. But inequality signs, anytime you multiply or divide by a negative number, you need to change your inequality sign. Just change its direction. Yep, so it is negative 7, but you have to do the inequality sign, Miss Nana. Okay? Alright, so you have to put in the inequality sign. Okay, so with all of these, okay, we did this through step by step. Any additional questions? Did I skip anybody? I appreciate all my other tutor friends that's in here. Alright, let's see, that's the thing. Going through it step by step. Oh, thank you for the hand heart. Appreciate you. All right. So going through these things, the reason why I'm starting to put a little time frame on it is to help you, because you need to train the way that you're going to test. Okay. You're going to have to train the way that you're going to test. So that means you cannot spend 5 to 10 minutes on one practice problem. And I know you guys get a lot of practice problems, you know, probably got some free stuff. Hey, that's great. You know, free is always nice. But if you're spending 5 minutes on a problem, that's not going to help you. Okay? So that's why you're going to have to eventually train yourself to go with this 1 minute or maybe even a minute 15. People that are taking the ASVAB, you're given 1 minute. Or you're going to have whoever the proctor is going to yell at you like, keep it moving. Guess right now. I don't want you to guess, because that's going to affect your score. Okay? Now, if you have 4 answer choices and you're doing the process of elimination, that's different. Okay? So, if you need additional practice, let me see if I can go to my TikTok real quick. Let's see what... Alright. If you click on my profile pic, and you go to, you go to my profile, I have a link right here, which is my stand store. Now my stand store holds a couple of things. Okay, so don't be like, oh, she's gonna sell us something, I gotta leave. Okay, that's fine. But here's my thing. You have my stand store. See if I can brighten it up a little bit. Now, in between Facebook and, what is this? LinkedIn, which I don't use anymore. I need to take that off. You'll find my YT channel. I don't know why I just said these and I say YT for this. If you go to my YT channel, you will see the replays of all my lives. So even if you came here a little bit later, now you can actually get access to it. Go ahead and subscribe if you want. That'll be awesome. And then if you scroll down a little bit, you can actually see where it has my TikTok lives. Okay? All of my TikTok lives. So this is the one from yesterday. This is one from Friday. And you will actually see, sorry, such a major glare. You will actually see like all my lives there. Okay, give me a few minutes so I can get this one, today's, up on there. Okay, but that's where you can go to get all the lives. If you're just like, I just want a whole bunch of problems randomly thrown at me, you can go to all of my lives, even when I was doing like certain items like distance, rate, and time, or if I was factoring trinomials. If you saw one and you needed more practice with it, you can go there and wada boom, bada bing, I'll pop up. Which I didn't mean to do. Fat fingers. Alright, so you can go there, but I also have tons of digital books that you can look at. I don't know why. This is all kinds of crazy. Okay, so I also have like a free checkup that you can get right here. I got the sun out. So a free checkup that you can scan right here, and I also have a lot of support things. So it's up to you. What would you like to do? So if you're wanting to buy some of the books, you can buy some of the books. I have them individually, but I also have like in packages. Just go ahead and go and take a look. All right, so you never know. You might see something that you want. Okay, so if there's individuals, if you want more information, you could just click on the button. And then what happens, it'll give you more of like, okay, this one is for geometry. So it tells you what exactly it's going to be hitting on. All right, and then if you want to take it, awesome. Go ahead, you can purchase. But if you don't, you see your little arrow here, hit that one time, and it'll take you right back to the Stan Store. Okay? All right, so this is where you can go. But if you have some questions about you, so like if you need some help on figuring out, okay, I'm trying to get this ASVAB situated. It seems to be a very popular topic lately. I can't pass it. I don't know what's going on. And if you need someone to walk you through with a plan, I'm more than willing to do that. Okay? For my editing, I don't. For these long forms, I don't use anything for editing. And sometimes if I do need to edit anything, I'll either use TikTok or I use Canva. Yep, so that's not a problem. Okay, so if you're interested in any of those things, again, you can also take a look at my videos here. I don't know why this is not switching up. There we go. Just had to be handy with it. Okay, I am going to be starting to do like little plugs of how to simplify this. I'm going to just do replays for people that don't know where to go. So if there are any questions, more than willing to answer it. Okay? Alright, so just, if anything, click on my profile picture and then ask your question. Please don't just say hi, because that's how a lot of my stalkers are, and I've been stalked terribly this past month. Like, I'm done. I'm done with the death threats. I'm done with just done. Okay? But if you are serious and you need some help, please reach out. Say, Audrey, I'm taking the GED test. I'm taking the ASVAB test. I'm taking this. Can you please help me, because I'm trying to do blank. And I will definitely get back to you. Okay? Yeah, it's all kinds of craziness, Malibu. Like, I teach math. It's not it's not like I'm like, hey, let me do the new invention of how you can lose weight and stuff like that. No, I just teach math. just to help people. All right? You are so welcome. All right, everyone, have a great, amazing day. And if you do have any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to ask. I was like, please don't ask. No, don't hesitate to ask. Because I do tutor from 7th grade up to adults. But if you need anyone younger, I know some people that's on this platform that can help. Oh, let me do that. If you are thinking about getting into nursing and you need help with doses calculations, make sure you guys follow a blessed RN. Let me put that up real quick. Because I know some people are like, I just can't get these doses calculations. She will break it down step by step. She is a current working RN, and she can actually break it down as simple as anything can be. All right? So make sure you follow her. If you have anyone that's like, you know what, I still have trouble with numbers and learning with, I think it's learning with Lynette. That's way. Okay, you can check out Learning with Lynette. That's the next person. She uses an abacus. Okay, so if you really have someone that's like my child or yourself is like breaking down basic numbers, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, and just doing full-on worksheets is just not it. Like, just no. So if you need someone to break it down using an abacus so you actually have a physical representation, definitely follow her. She's here on TikTok as well with Learning with Lynette. And if you have any problems with multiplying, I always spell Stephanie wrong. Stephanie. Okay, I think I spelled it right. Okay, Math Stephanie is another person that you guys should follow. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, last person. So Math Stephanie, if you're looking for like, I need help with multiplication, she comes on and actually does multiplication flashcards on this app. That's all she does. And then she does some other stuff. But if you really need assistance with multiplication and you want to do flashcards, but you feel like I hate doing it by myself, make sure you follow Math Stephanie and figure out when she goes live. All right? All right, everyone. Have an amazing day. I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 7:45 Eastern Standard Time because I'm in Maryland. And we'll take it from there. But if you have any questions about my books or any of the resources, please reach out. All right? Okay, have an amazing day, guys. Take care.